Welcome back to the channel. My name's Cole.Shelton, and we're going to be covering ADA or Cardano in this video. Now, from the previous high, we've pulled back around 50%. 50% in around 90 days. Now, this is extremely bearish in my opinion. We do have a break of the 200 SMA, a nice retest with a move lower. Now, we did pop back above the 50 SMA, and then rug pull immediately got rejected. That's an extremely bearish sign. Another catalyst for Cardano's price action is they got delisted off eToro. Now, I'm not too sure why they got delisted off eToro, but I really haven't done the research because I have my money in other coins. Cardano, I still have a moon bag in Cardano, but I really do not like the price action right now, and I was scaling on my profits at the highs. I do think we're going to pull back all the way down to this level between $1 and maybe $1.50. I don't want to go ahead and expand this just a little bit. Now, if we break this really key support level and that previous high, I think we're going to come all the way down to 67 cents. I mean, we could come down to, if we break $1, we're definitely going to get that momentum to come down to 70 to 69 cents. And if we go ahead and look at the RSI, we can see that we're making lower highs, but our price action is making higher highs. Now, that is a bearish divergence, and that could tell us that we have more room lower. We have the 50 SMA that we're finding resistance on right now. If we crack the 50 SMA, we are most likely, again, going to continue to come down to that $1 support, break $1 down to that $67. Now, I know you guys don't want to hear that, but I'm going to tell you guys how I see it. I'm not going to persuade or change how I look at the markets for better likes or more comments or more engagement. I'm going to be truthful with you guys, and that's why I think you guys should subscribe. It's free. You can always change your mind, and I post a lot of good content on here, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers by the end of the year. If we jump on the 4 hour, we can see that we have a nice trend line. We have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. So usually after the 3rd touch, if we come up for another touch off a higher low, maybe we double bottom, we do get a nice bullish reaction. So I do expect us to potentially have, it looks like we have a bottom, so I expect us to have a short-term reversal, maybe back up to the $2 level, retest it before continuing lower, or this high at 177. Again, anything can happen. Nobody knows what is going to happen with Cardano, or nobody knows what's going to happen in general. It's based all about probabilities. So the more data that you can take in, the more likely you are to be right if you know how to interpret that data. Now, if we go ahead and take a Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high, we can see that we have actually pulled back to that 50% level. That 61.8 level is actually right in this zone. I'm not going to count these lows because I'm taking it to this high. So anything after this high, I'm going to take into account. Now that 61.8 is right in that zone at $1.18. I would like us to see us bounce off there. Again, this zone between the 78.6 and the 61.8% level is called the OTE zone, or the optimal trade entry zone. And if you look at that, that is right at our support level, and I could definitely see us pulling back into this zone before we actually bottom out and move higher. I would like to see us bottom out in this area, maybe have a nice buying climax, and a buying climax is, all it is we come down to the area, and at every single point, we kind of just consolidate for a little bit, maybe see some upper wicks, but at each of these points, we see a spike in volume, and that's going to tell us that, okay, the market makers, the whales, are pushing it down. They're buying in because they can't just click buy for their whole order because it's going to absolutely skyrocket the price. So they send it in thirds or fourths or fifths. They buy a little here, bring it up as it comes up, then it comes back down, buy it in again, and it does the same thing until we break the next level, or this consolidation phase. That's when we are going to be classified into an uptrend. Now, I'm going to keep this nice, short, sweet, and simple because I am posting videos on all of these coins by the end of November, because at the end of every month, I update you guys on my crypto watch list. So make sure to stay subscribed so you can get all those videos. You can learn how to trade. I post weekly lessons. I post my watch list for the coming weeks. You get a lot of great content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.